I'm Tom Alston, and here I am with another couple of really dumb ideas that I hear every day from potential taxpayers. Many people believe that they can set up an LLC in Delaware or Oregon or Montana or any other location outside of California in order to avoid sales or use tax in California. This includes people who don't live in California and who are not residents of California. Here's what you need to know. The state where the LLC or corporation is registered has nothing to do with legally avoiding tax in California. In fact, as I have mentioned before many times, don't leave things to chance. If the state of California decides to, they can charge you with fraud. The following section of law will be their support, and I'm going to read it to you. It's 6485.1 of California sales tax law. It's a 50% penalty. Any purchaser of a vehicle, vessel, or aircraft who registers it outside the state of California for the purpose of evading taxes due under this section shall be liable for a penalty of 50% of any tax determined to be due on the sales price of the vessel, vehicle, or the aircraft. Listen to what I said. I didn't say you have to be a California resident for that to apply to you, okay? If you are a California resident, or if your state of California determines that you're a California resident, that will apply to you in the way that you think it does. But if you're a resident of Ohio, that also applies to you. So if you're a resident of Ohio and you register your aircraft in Ohio and for the purpose of evading the payment of taxes, here's what you don't know. The state of California uses as proof that your purpose was evading the California taxes. What they use as proof is that you don't file a California tax return. Now, there's no way for you to know that, okay? Not if you're a resident of Ohio, but this is the fraud statute. This is how they can get you. So be very careful about where you register these airplanes and how you think that affects your taxes. And generally, it's wrong. Each state has the right to assess transactions taxes for the usage of the airplane inside their state. And there's no federal law that prevents them from collecting sales or use taxes more than once. The other dumb idea I hear all the time is, why don't I just become an aircraft dealer so I can buy aircraft without paying the tax? Everyone knows someone who routinely brags about this resale scheme. Well, the following sections of law explain the truth. It's section under California 6094.5 called the improper use of a certificate. It says any person, including any officer or employee of a corporation who gives a resale certificate for property, which he or she knows at the time of the purchase is not to be resold by him or by the corporation in the regular course of business for the purpose of evading payment to the seller of the amount of taxes applicable to the transaction, is guilty of misdemeanor punishable in section 7153. So the guys who pretend to be aircraft dealers and buy airplanes and fly them all of the time and then eventually sell them after 5 or 10 years, if you make any use of that aircraft other than flights that are demonstration and display, and you have to know how to document that, it's illegal and you owe tax on the purchase price. So why keep up with this tarmac advice about how to illegally avoid taxes when there's a simple way to do it correctly, do the documentation correctly, and it all works for you fine. This is Tom Alston trying to disabuse you of another stupid idea.